Alright, welcome back to Shane Bailey Vlogs. So, I got a comment in the description of my review of my 2015 SeaDoo Spark, and they asked if I could do a quick winterization video. So I'm going to run through what you need to do and what you need to do it, at least how I do it. I'm not going to be running the coolant through the pump, the water pump, because I already did it and it's dried out, and the weather's really cold now in Pennsylvania, so I don't want to have more moisture than I need in it. But I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do and tell you how to do it, and it's super easy. It's just like cleaning it out after you get out of salt water, but you're just using coolant instead of water. And then I'm going to go over fuel stabilization, what tools I use to pump it, and what I paid, where I get my stuff from, so it's cheap. It cost me like $40 to winterize my jet ski this year. But before the video gets started, if you're a new viewer, please go subscribe and like the video, so you can keep up to date with all my new projects and whatnot. It is super sunny out. I cannot see anything, and we just had a huge snowstorm, so I couldn't get the video out faster, so sorry for the person that asked, because it's been over a week now, and I hope you like the video, so stay tuned. Alright, first things first. I got a drill pump from Tractor Supply. It's about $10. It worked great for what I needed to do, and it's just a simple tool. As long as you have a drill, electric drill, doesn't matter. Just have the battery charged, because you don't want it to die when you're trying to pump coolant in while the engine's getting hot. So what you need is charged drill or corded drill. Super easy. And then, like I said, $10, Tractor Supply. Then you need, what I picked up was a 10-foot section of braided wire hose, which is like way more than what you need for the job, but it's all they had at the time. This was $10 for 10 feet. I cut it in down the middle, half and half. Just, it's plenty of extra hose. Maybe you could go, you probably need about 5 feet. It's just more hose for the coolant to travel through. So you have to I prime it with the drill. I just prime it just up. You just make sure you have it tells you on the direction on the other side. It tells you which way the coolant runs, or whatever liquid you're putting through it. You can't run it dry, so don't just sit there and run it unless it's in the coolant. The fittings were like $1.50 a piece, depending on what drill pump. Holy ice, that was ice. So the fittings are going to be unique to whatever pump you buy. They're just PVC fittings. These are 1 inch to ½ inch on each side. I got 2 of those to come, one for in and one for out, to connect to the hose. I don't even need hose clamps because obviously there's no pressure. I have one end that's a standard hose threaded size PVC fitting, which I believe is 3/4. You'd have like outside diameter. Could be wrong. That threads directly into the back of the jet ski where you hook your hose up when you do a flush. And then this end, I don't have anything on it, and I slide it right into the gallon jug of coolant, which you need about a gallon. I used a gallon for my dad's GTI and a gallon for the SeaDoo. Actually a little less than a gallon. I just bought 3 gallons from Walmart, which is $2.50 a gallon, which is super cheap. But so the pump $10, hose $10, fittings $5. That puts, I mean, that's still, I mean, I just, the receipt came to like $27 after I bought everything I needed there. Also what you need is your coolant. I just get marine coolant from Walmart. It's super cheap. Like I said, $2 and something cents per gallon. I got 3 gallons of that just because I didn't know how much I was gonna need. Excuse my cough. Then you need fuel stabilization. Obviously for your fuel to keep it stabilized over the winter. You just fill up the tank on the jet ski, and then you add the recommended amount so that you have your right dose. You also need Xps Lube. I'll put a link and a picture of it up on the I do not have any currently. I used the rest of the can that I bought, and then I threw it out, not knowing I would make a tutorial on how to do it. I think they go for $8 a can online. You just get it from like a you can get it on a motorcycle website, Amazon, you can get it anywhere. Basically, so I'm gonna start with fuel. I filled the tank, I topped it off, and then I added the recommended amount per gallon fuel stabilization, so that keeps your fuel stabilized, and that's out of the way. Second thing is battery tending. That I don't have. I mean, I can show you what I'm talking about. I got a battery tender from Harbor Freight for $15, I believe. I hooked them up to the battery terminals down below. It's just like a motorcycle tender. and then I just tuck it away on the side or disconnect it when you're driving, because I drive in a lot of salt water, so it's probably gonna get all messed up. But I plug it in and I keep it tendered, so I don't have to worry about killing the battery, because marine batteries are pretty expensive, and it's just, why not take care of your stuff? I also top off all my fluids. I do an oil change. I'm gonna do an oil change about every 25 hours, so I didn't do it for the winterization, which is no big deal in my mind, because you don't necessarily, I don't see how the oil would be affected if I put like 16 hours on it in the summertime, I believe, and that's just not, the oil's still in great condition. I just top it off, and I did burn through some coolant this year, so I'm gonna top that off in the beginning of the season.
No. 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 Hell no.
So with the XPS Lube, you just spray all your steering components and stuff. If you take off the white covers on both sides and you lift this, I believe you can lift this and see part of the steering column. No. You can take that box out too, but I just took these panels off, and then I sprayed the lube up into here on the steering column, and then you take the lube and just spray down, like you first rinse the engine compartment out. I apologize for not saying that sooner. You rinse the entire engine compartment out just to get the salt, if you use it in salt water. If you're just fresh water, you don't really need to worry about it. Rinse it down, and then you spray a layer of the lube over the engine and all the components and anything that moves. Crawl underneath, and then I spray the lube up onto the impeller shaft and around the impeller, just because it lubes everything. It keeps a nice coat of oil on it while it's sitting, so I think it just takes care of stuff, and it helps with, it prevents corrosion. It's an anti-corrosion liquid, so the salt water is not corroding everything, which is just super simple. You just roll under it quick with a creeper or something, give it a good spray. You can see it up through there's a vented port. If you want, there's 4 screws, you can pop it off. I don't pop it off because it has a sealant around it, so I just take the hose, it comes with like a little hose on the can, and I just spray up in there on everything. And then I did that before I ran it with the coolant. That way, when it spun, the oil kind of got around a little bit. It's almost like a WD-40, but I wouldn't use WD-40 because it doesn't leave a layer that drips right back off. This stuff is like thicker. Obviously, you should wash the whole jet ski off before you put it away. Let it dry. I let it out in the sun, let it dried out. Hopefully, I mean, obviously there's gonna be moisture somewhere. The most important part to me was doing the coolant, pumping that through the system. What you need to do, like I said, you just take your drill pump assembly here, you thread it into the back of the jet ski and get it nice and tight. Stick this end in your coolant jug, which fits right in the hole. Boom, boom, bada bing. Then you take your drill, you prime it. You just pump it all the way up to the top, just until you see it right about there. That way it's ready to go. Fire up your jet ski. You run it for about 30 seconds, anywhere, just like you would if you were doing a water cleaning. There's so much ice falling, it's ridiculous. It's 50 degrees today, and then yesterday was like 7 degrees. So yeah, you prime the pump, start the jet ski up for about 30 seconds, let it get nice and hot. Run the drill until you see coolant come out the drain. You just run it, just keep pumping it, which will be about a gallon, until you see the coolant come out nice and pink. I put a 55-gallon drum. I cut the top off of it about that high, stuck that underneath it because I did it inside the garage, but the garage has a lot of toys and stuff in it. There's not enough room to do a video in there. So I ran the jet ski, I pumped it out nice and pink, and then as soon as I ran to the gallon and I saw it was nice and pink, I cut off the drill pump. I let the jet ski run. I revved it like 3 times, cleaned out all the excess anti-freeze, and then I shut it off, and that's all you have to do. It runs, instead of there being just water in there and it's able to freeze, now there's -50 coolant in there and it most likely won't freeze, which your water box shouldn't be full of water even after you're done running it and you've cleaned it out. Most of that water's out now. That's why you rev it 3 times without any water to it, because it pumps all that water out. So there's probably just a little bit sitting at the bottom of the pump. Basically, it's just those few little steps. Everything you can get is between the pump and the hoses and the fittings. You can get all like a Tractor Supply or a Home Depot or whatever kind of small hardware store you need. Coolant, Walmart, it's super cheap. I wouldn't buy it anywhere else. AutoZone sells it for like $15 a jug, which is ridiculous. And then stabilization, I mean, most people will have a jug in their garage, or if not, you can go to any car, auto, Walmart even sells it for like 10 bucks a bottle. You just put the recommended amount in, don't put too much in, it's just not good for the fuel and or for your engine. Other than that though, that's what I do. I will be doing another tutorial on the oil change, and the way I plan on doing that is to get a hand pump from Harbor Freight. They're $80, I believe, close to, which is kind of expensive, but I mean, it's kind of nice because then you don't have to pull the top off to do the oil change. And it's just, I mean, obviously you can't drain the oil, you have to pull the oil. So, and Harbor Freight usually has the best deals. It's a giant tube, put the tube in, you pump it out. I'm gonna buy that, and then I'm gonna get all the materials I need to do the oil change, and then I will show you guys how to do the oil change when the time is right. It'll probably be in the beginning of the season, if not mid-season, because I said I don't plan on doing the oil change until I hit about 25 hours. Other than that, that's what I do. It's super simple and it's really easy, and just explaining it should be easy enough of what you should be required to do to keep it maintained. And the oil is just to keep everything from getting corroded, because salt water eats up everything. Other than that, just stabilize your fuel, keep your battery charged, and make sure all your fluids are topped off, and then run some coolant through the water box, and that should be all you need up to negative 50 degrees. And I don't think anybody, I mean, I doubt anybody has a SeaDoo Spark in Antarctica. So yeah, so thanks for watching, thanks for all the views. I appreciate having new viewers coming to my channel and checking out my content. If you like this content, and if you do not understand anything I said in this video, I would be willing to take the extra step to show you physically how to do it. And if not, I will do it next season, because I didn't plan on making the video, but now that I know that could be a hot topic, I will be glad to do it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, share the video, subscribe so you can see further content, because we have a couple cool projects coming up. I plan on buying a Subaru WRX because my buddy got that Honda Prelude. He's gonna turbo that car soon. I think maybe about a month, when the weather starts to break. He's gonna start a project with that car. He wants to do like 500 horsepower. I want to get the Subaru. I might have to rebuild the engine because it's burning a lot of oil, so I plan on rebuilding that with my brother so we can do a cool WRX rebuild. Hopefully everything goes through on the deal, and then I'll have you guys along for that to see the car that I'm buying. And yeah, so we have some cool car and other auto videos coming up. So if you want to stay tuned, I'd appreciate it. Just hit the subscribe button so when the video comes out, even if you want, hit push notifications so it'll let you know when the new videos come out, so you guys can see all the cool stuff we're going to be up to. And maybe you'd be interested in that. I don't know what kind of viewers I have yet. I'm hoping that you guys are into automotive because you tuned in for the jet ski. If you like the content, I appreciate it. I love all the support. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.